Hey Trail Kreitzer at goHUNT. Today I have another gear review for you. This is one I've been pretty excited about checking out in the gear shop. I have a thing for bino harnesses. I've got several different brands and models, and it seems like I'm always looking for the perfect bino harness. So I was really excited and super interested to see that Stone Glacier had come out with their bino harness, which they are calling the Skyline bino harness. They are also coming with a rangefinder pouch, which they're also calling the Skyline rangefinder pouch. And then if you look here on the very bottom of this harness, you can see that I have a Stone Glacier bear holster pouch, which is great because it straps to this webbing here at the top, the bottom of the actual vinyl harness itself. So that's a great option for you if you're looking to keep a bear spray canister close to you, right on your chest underneath your binocular. So I really like that feature. And I'll touch more on it here in a second. One of the things I noticed right as I took this out of the package and started to set it up was how lightweight it was. So Stone Glacier is known for producing technical equipment, sleeping bags, tents, also apparel at this point, and then now a bino harness along with their packs. This pack was really lightweight. The materials feel sturdy. It feels well sewn. It's well thought out, as all their products are. It's definitely well put together, but it definitely is way more lightweight than I expected it to be. So that was kind of a neat thing that I liked about this bino harness, was just how lightweight it was when I pulled it out of the package. I'm just going to kind of run you through some of the features. It definitely has some features that are new, that are unlike anything else on the market. One of the problems that they were trying to solve is the need for multiple sizes of bino harnesses for different sizes of binoculars. So many of the other companies, they may have a small, medium, and a large to accommodate, a 10 by 42 or a 12 by 50, or even some of the bigger 15 by 56s. So what Stone Glacier's tried to do is adjust for that and build all of the adjustability within the bino harness to fit a variety of binoculars. As you can see here on the tag, when I pulled that thing out, it is designed to fit most binoculars, and it's adjustable. So when you look here on the front part of the harness, you'll actually see a Velcro piece, and I can peel that up and show you. So you can see that you can actually adjust the height of that. And what you're adjusting is the lid height. So as that lid comes up and over your binoculars, you can adjust the height of that. So obviously if you had a taller binocular, you could move that farther up on this Velcro strap. Also in the back, there's a piece of Velcro and an insert that you could move up to adjust for a taller pair of binoculars. So that's a pretty dang cool feature. No need to worry about what binoculars are going to fit anymore. This binocular harness is going to fit most binoculars. I just set mine up real quickly. If you look here, they actually have a fit guide along with instructions on how to set your binocular harness up for your actual set of binoculars. I've got a pair of Leica Noctivids in this harness right now that you can see. I'll pull those out and you can actually see the inside portion of this harness, and I'm going to show you how this inside plate adjusts. So as you can see, this back Velcro portion actually allows you to adjust this piece up and down, and then also the front Velcro portion allows you to adjust the lid up and down. And you can get a really nice custom fit for any pair of binoculars. So if you're carrying a pair of 8 by 42s or a pair of 12 by 50s, you should be able to make those work with these adjustability, those adjustments that are built into this harness. The lid on this binocular harness is a forward-facing lid. So essentially you're going to pull that up and over your binoculars, and you're going to pull it up and forward to release your binoculars. To me, that's always been super important. It's actually been kind of the make or break on a binocular harness for me. I need to be able to operate this binocular harness and pull my binos out with one hand. This forward-facing lid like this, as it comes up, I don't have to hold up a lid and put my binoculars in. It's already down and out of the way, and I have easy one-handed operation with this binocular harness and my binoculars. So I really like that feature. You can see here on the bottom, you've got a bungee cord, which is actually the way that you're going to adjust the amount of tension within this lid. So you can see that you've got that cord that runs up and through the lid here. So you can release that or tighten it down to get a more close fit over the top of your binoculars, which is important. This is a fully enclosed case, so it's going to keep your binoculars completely free of dust and debris. I like that feature. I like the fact that everything is contained and you're not going to have any kind of debris that's going to get inside your lid, inside your binoculars and on your lenses, so that's a great feature. On the sides here, you have a couple of pouches, as you do with a lot of binocular harnesses. You're going to fit some wind checker. You're going to fit maybe some elk calls in that one. I definitely like that feature. As you can see here on the back, you have a pocket. Yep. So you can see here on the back, you have a mesh pocket, which is great. A lot of the times I'll stick my cell phone in there. You can also stick your tag or whatever else you need at hand and close. And once again, you can see the tag on the Stone Glacier Bino Pack. Those are made in the USA, which I like a lot. So on the bottom of the binocular harness, you can see it's got a piece of webbing, 2 of them here that go across the front. I like the fact that they've thought out a way to attach a bear spray canister on the bottom. The canister holder itself is adjustable, so you can see you've got a Velcro strap here that you can either lengthen or shorten to fit the canister that you're using. It's also got a bungee cord across the top that's going to go across the top of your bear spray canister to hold it in there. Once you set this thing up, I think you can play with it. You can flip this backward and forward depending on if you're left-handed or right-handed, or whichever is the easiest and safest way to quickly pull a bear spray canister in case you need it. And you never know when you need it. You definitely might need it. So that's the Skyline binocular harness from Stone Glacier. I'm going to throw a pair of binoculars in it here in a second, and I'll set up the actual rangefinder pouch itself. I'll put everything together and show you what it looks like on. One of the things that you'll kind of notice, you've got a back piece here that's going to go across your back. So it's going to give you plenty of coverage there to kind of hold the binoculars up. One thing about this bino harness that I do like, and it's kind of a pet peeve of some of the others on the market, I like to be able to adjust this distance. So the distance that goes from my shoulder straps down to the actual binocular pack, so that I can keep that bino harness up. I hate when my binocular harness starts to get down, sag clear down by my stomach. I really like to keep that harness up on my chest. I think it keeps my binoculars higher on my chest, it's more comfortable, and it's actually closer to get the binoculars to my eyes in a situation where I need to get them up quick. So I definitely like the adjustment in that. That's built into this little movable system that you can see here with the plate, and then also these flip-lock levers that you adjust the distance of that. So as with most Stone Glacier products, that's definitely been well thought out. It's been designed by people that hunt and spend a bunch of time in the field. They're definitely trying to solve problems that a lot of us have with some of the other binocular harnesses on the market. Just initially playing with this and setting it up, I'm super impressed with it, and I'm really excited to give it a try. Something that is a little bit different from some of the other harnesses is the way that you actually attach the binoculars to the harness itself. So they kind of take a different approach. They're actually only giving you the option to attach it on one side of your binoculars. So this little piece here is going to slide over your shoulder harness. At that point, you've got one strap that you're going to run to your binoculars, and you're going to run through this to actually flip that. And a lot of times, and I know different guys, there's a lot of guys that actually don't run any straps from their binocular harness to their binoculars. They like to carry their binoculars free in the harness so that they can just simply pull those up and look. This is kind of splitting the difference from having two or none. They give you the one, so you've got the security if you forget to close your lid and you're running through the woods, you stoop under a log and your binoculars fall out of your harness. It still has one tether that's going to keep your binoculars in, but you're not bound by 2 of them on both sides. That's kind of a cool feature, and like I said, it's unique to Stone Glacier where you do have that one piece attached to the binoculars. The next piece I'm going to touch on is this little Skyline rangefinder pouch. You can see that the design is very similar to the binocular pouch. It's built with the Velcro piece on the front, giving you the ability to move that up and down to fit the rangefinder that you want to put in it. You can see it's also forward assist, so you just pull that up and over. I do like that fact because then I can leave that thing open if I'm in close and I need to get my rangefinder in and out of the pouch often, which a lot of the times when you're bow hunting you do. I also like the fact that I can pull that lid up and over, and it's going to keep my rangefinder completely covered, keep it free of dust and debris. So I do like that. On the back of this rangefinder pouch, you can see you have a giant chunk of Velcro, and you can use that to put over your strap as it comes underneath your chest. You can actually cover and encase the whole buckle inside that if you want to keep that close and at hand, which I do. That's probably the way I'm going to set it up here when I put it on. It also comes with a couple of options to attach it. So you can actually attach it with the buckle. You also got the same type of system to attach your binoculars. So you can actually run this portion off your right side or your left side if you're left-handed. You can run that off the right shoulder strap of your binocular harness down to your rangefinder pouch. So at that point, you've got your rangefinder attached to your bino harness. It's going to keep it close to you, and it's going to be easy to grab with one hand. Your other side is going to be reserved for keeping your binoculars inside your bino harness and from falling out and losing them completely. So you can see that there's a lot of adjustability in this Stone Glacier binocular harness, the rangefinder pouch. I love the fact that they've thought out all the different details of how people use binocular harnesses and accessories in the field. Like all their products, I think that they've definitely put a lot of time and effort into designing them and thinking about solving problems that a lot of us have with some of the other harnesses on the market. So with that, I'm going to put the harness on and just kind of give you an idea of what it looks like on and how it functions. So as I mentioned earlier, you've got your shoulder harness pieces that go up and over to the back portion of your harness are attached to a plate here that's actually Velcroed into the front side of the binocular harness. So you can see you can actually undo that, you'll see, and you've got adjustability in that up and down. I love the fact that you can do that, and as you look at your instructions when you buy one of these, they're going to give you all the step-by-step instructions on how to set that up and the different distances for the type of binoculars that you have. But I love this feature on this binocular harness, and you definitely have a ton of adjustability in it. So I really like that feature. The other feature, like I said, you've got your adjustability on the shoulder harnesses here, which are these simple flip lock tension levers. You're going to open that up. You can loosen those up if you need more room to lower that, or if you want it higher. Like I said, one of my major pet peeves with a lot of bino harnesses is that they tend to sag down. I really like keeping the thing up and on my chest, and one of the first things that I noticed about this bino harness as I set it up and I started to put it on and play with it was that it feels like I can keep this thing up and on my chest and it's not going to move around a lot, which I really like. So you can see that's what it looks like with the binoculars in. I'm not going to attach the tether at this point, but if I did, you could see that the tether would go right here on the shoulder harness piece. You've then got the strap that's going to run down from there to your binoculars on the left side. And as I mentioned before, you have the rangefinder option of attaching this one on your right side and then running that down to your actual rangefinder, which is well thought out. I really like the fact that you've got one to each, one to binoculars and one to your rangefinder, so that's a pretty cool feature. So I'm going to put these in and just kind of show you how they fit. Again, this is a 10x42 pair of Leica Noctivids. This is the lid. As I said, it goes forward, which I like because then I have the ability to simply pull out with one hand and then put those back in. That's important to me because I always have a weapon in my left hand. So whether that's my bow and I'm spot and stock hunting, or a rifle, I've always got something in my left hand, it seems like. So I got to be able to pull these out with one hand and put them back in. So as you set this binocular harness up, you'll see here on the back they've done a good job of giving you instructions as well as the height of your binoculars and the way that this plate should fit on the inside of your bino harness. So for example, that back plate, I just did a check. So my binoculars are 6 inches in height. So it tells me that the back plate should stick up 1 inch from the base of the binocular harness. So I just set that up, and I can already tell that the fit and feel is much better. The binocular feels like it's much more sturdy than I had it set up the first time. So I love the fact that you've got the adjustability, and I like the fact that they've given you everything that you need to know within the instructions within this bino harness. So as you can see, the lid, it's just going to go up and over your binos. It's going to hold those nice and secure and close to your chest. One thing I noticed about this is, man, it just feels secure. It feels like it's really going to ride. Everything feels compact and tight to your chest. I like it. What do you think?
That's good.
Again, you can see that the lid on the rangefinder pouch works exactly the same way as it does on the binocular pouch. It's a forward assist. You just pull that up and over, and there you have access to your rangefinder. So once again, this is the Stone Glacier Skyline binocular harness, the bear spray holster, and the rangefinder pouch. This is a very well thought out system. You can tell it's been designed by people that are hunters that are trying to solve problems that we all face in the field. If you have any questions about any of these products or any of the Stone Glacier products that we have in the gear shop, please drop us a comment below. I'd be happy to answer those questions. All of this stuff is for sale right now in the gear shop. They are selling extremely well, so jump in and get yours now. Once again, Stone Glacier Skyline binocular harness, rangefinder pouch, and bear spray holster.